Here's some more annoying bugs in Hearts of Iron 4. Bug number 1 is really minor and it has to do with the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Basically, if you play as Germany and you sign Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact with the Soviet Union, and if after that Soviet Union attacks and annexes Poland, then they will get the event where you request from them to transfer the Western Poland to you. And they will honor the pact most of the time. Besides you getting Western Poland, you also get another cool thing. You get to core the states of Katowice, Poznań, and also Danzig. However, you don't core Gdynia. It's just a minor bug which rarely even happens, but it is kind of frustrating not coring the state. Bug number 2 has to do with India. Now I really don't have a video proof of this bug happening, but it did happen to me a couple of times. Basically, when you're like in the Axis, or it doesn't matter actually, when you're fighting against the Allies and when you attack India and occupy it, basically capitulated, sometimes they just randomly go free. I'm not sure, but I think it has to do with their focus tree and the point when they actually raise their autonomy from a colony to dominion and become democratic, but I could be wrong. Talking about puppets, did you know that puppets literally never go free no matter what? Unless they're fascist. I made France puppet of Italy, which is fascist. I gave them tons of political power and tons of autonomy. Let's see if they're gonna raise it. They did, they're now a satellite. Let's give them some more autonomy. They should be able to go free. And they just went free. Let's now repeat this, but this time we're gonna make France a puppet of Belgium. They did raise autonomy to the colony level. They're now a dominion, and let's finally give them autonomy to go free. This time, however, they're simply not going free. They remain puppet of Belgium no matter what we do, or how long we wait. This time France is a puppet of Communist Soviet Union. Once again, they're raising their autonomy to the next level, but when they reach the point when they're supposed to become free, they just don't become free. And for the final test, we made France puppet of Saudi Arabia, which is now aligned. Once again, they raise their autonomy level, but just like with the democratic and communist example, they just don't choose to click on this option, which makes them literally free. Bug number 4 is really annoying and frustrating sometimes. It has to do with the collaboration governments. Anyway, you know that you can do collaboration government in countries if you're not democratic. It gives you 2 buffs. Besides giving you compliance after you capitulate a country, it also makes them capitulate sooner. But there is one issue. Let's say that I'm playing as Turkey right here. Let's just say that in the meantime I prepared some collaboration government in the Soviet Union. Doesn't matter how many times. Hell, let's say I did it all 3 times. This means that when I capitulate them I'll get 100% compliance, and they capitulate at 50, not at 20% of their victory points. Which is really nice. I don't have to go behind the Urals. I can just like reach Stalingrad and Moscow and capitulate them. Now that would work like a charm if I would instantly attack Soviet Union. But maybe I'm preparing for a war, maybe I'm invading someone else, and in the meantime Germany gets to attack them first. And after Germany has decided to attack them, maybe like a month later I decide to attack them myself. Well, here's the issue. When I go here, Soviet Union capitulates at 20% of their victory points, not at 50, even though they should capitulate at 50%. But the compliance buff still works after we capitulate them. However, now we have to fight until we reach Chelyabinsk and Sverdlovsk, and not Saratov and Moscow. And that's a huge difference, especially for large countries like the Soviet Union or, for example, the USA. Bug number 5, Bulgarian focus tree. The entirety of it. Nah, just kidding. Focus support to Macedonian organizations is really annoying in my opinion. That's because if you do it, you get the access to these decisions, contacts with the IMRO, supply IMRO activists, prepare Bulgarian occupation, etc. Anyway, lore-wise, these focuses are not bad, but in reality they don't really work. Basically, thanks to these focuses, Yugoslavia loses core in Macedonia, which is not that big of a hit, but Greece gets a big hit, losing core in both Central Macedonia and Thrace. It's like the second most important state is no longer core. Okay, so here's the issue. The idea here is for you, Bulgaria, to try to raise the resistance here. That way you get to occupy this stuff. But it doesn't work. Let's just say that the resistance in Macedonia hit 90 or 100%. Now you would expect for this Macedonia to either just become part of your country, or to like rise up and become part of your country and make you go at war with Yugoslavia. But in reality this is what happens. New Bulgaria just pops into existence. And it's communist. Or actually can be any ideology except for your own ideology. Same thing goes here. If resistance goes up, we get a new Bulgaria. This one is fascist, led by Boncho Dragonov. Trade deal opinion factor plus 35%, this is some businessman. Anyway, these don't stand a chance, although you could technically help them out. And the biggest issue is that they don't have the same ideology as you do. Because if they did, then it would be really simple. You could help them out, defeated Greece and Yugoslavia, and then you will get the event for reunification with them, and that would be okay, but you don't. They just rise up as the random ideology and you can't do anything with them. So yeah, if you do decide to go this path to support Macedonian organizations, the only really good thing that comes out of this focus is you can actually get to core these states. So yeah guys, that's another 4 annoying bugs in Hearts of Iron 4. Like for part 4, which is the reference to the game of Hearts of